What is up, guys? Your boy Revan here today with more news about Unified Minds. And ladies and gentlemen, all GX cards are revealed. They are in their majesty, you might even say. And I'm gonna go card by card. And we're going to talk a little bit about every single tag team GX that is in Unified Minds in our August set. They're going to appear right over here, and we're going to start with the tag team that a lot of people are excited about. Are you ready? There it is. We have a executive roulette. I'm going to enlarge it for you guys. There we go. 270 HP, which is quite nice for the tag team. I'm enlarging the attack, so I read them. We got a super growth. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your grass type Pokemon. So definitely a grass type is receiving a nice surge. Let's be honest about that. If that Pokemon is now a stage 1, search your deck for a stage 2, right? So this is definitely a nice way to actually evolve your Pokemons. Wow, it's so hot. It's 32 Celsius in this room. It's incredibly hot, and that's why my brain is slower than usual, right? So definitely it's an acceleration for grass type decks. They have netball actually. They have many other ways to actually get those Pokemon. So this is definitely a great card for that deck. Of course, we got Calming Hurricane. It's 150 heal, 30 damage, and the GX move, which is called Tropical Hour. If this Pokemon has at least 3 extra energy attached to it, your opponent shuffles all energy from all their Pokemon into their deck. Really cool attack, and honestly I can see this card actually being played in certain decks. I think post rotation this is going to be a deck that will surprise a lot of people. I'm kind of scared of the fact that it's a grass type, so it's actually weak to fire type, but I think it's gonna be good. As of an acceleration card towards something bigger, that's a great card, and I love that. And by the way, I love the art. That's what I have to admit. In this whole set, I love every single art of maybe besides Giratina and Garchomp. Like that's like my least favorite, but the rest of the art they look gorgeous, right? They look gorgeous. All right, so let's go to the second card, and the second card is it is Slowpoke and Psyduck, 250 HP, and let's look at the attacks. That's what is the most important, right? We got Ditch and Splash. It's 40 times, right? Discard a number of supporter cards from your hand. So again, there has to be a way to get a lot of supporters in our hand to actually attack with it. It's good because Water type is losing a lot of good attackers, and this is a fast attacker, and definitely will be a good card for the water type deck. 3 link times GX 10 plus flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 100 more damage. If this Pokemon has at least 6 water type energy, which is I don't think possible. Well, it kind of is, right, with Naganadel. Flip 10 coins instead, and heads for each, 100 damage for each heads. Incredible attack. I mean, that is not a bad attack, let's be honest, and I can see this being a nice water type deck. But water type is losing so many cards in the rotation that I don't think we're gonna see a lot of water type decks. But card looks gorgeous, and I mean at the end of the day that's what matters, right? If it comes to if you like the card or not. Competitively, I don't think we're gonna see this card being played. Okay, so actually no, I just realized it's almost like a review of those GX, so that's quite good. And we have Raichu and the Alolan Raichu. A great card. This is a basic tag team that's what's crucial, and it's honestly it is like a little bit more buffed. You might say buffed Marshadow Machamp with Tandem Shock, and this Pokemon was on your bench and now became your active, right? So you have to switch. You don't have to wait until your Pokemon gets knocked out. We have Thunder Mountain, we have more cards, so 160 damage, and you just use switch. I mean that's quite okay to me, and this is going to be a really good card for electric type decks. It's going to find its way. Excuse me, it's gonna find its place into Pikarom deck. I don't know. I will try one copy, but it's gonna be hard. I think Pikarom itself is pretty darn good. Let's look at the Lightning Ride GX. It's 150 plus. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra electric type energy attached to it, this attack does 100 more damage. And honestly, it's great that it deals 250. but I feel like I prefer having Pikarom attacking 200 plus 170 on the benched one, right? So definitely, it might see some play, it might be a good card. I'm gonna try one copy, but that's it. Like, I'm not that excited for that card. Again, art looks gorgeous, and I'm a sucker for really like great background in the art, and that's what gives me. Another card is the card that is going to be played, is competitive, is basically brand new Shadow GX, and it is Mew and Mewtwo, right, with a perfection. This Pokemon can use attacks of any GX or EX on your bench or in your discard pile, so you don't have to discard your Pokemon to actually use it. It's really, really cool. It's a psychic type. I mean, it will fit to many decks, and I mean, this goes to my Pikarom deck definitely. Plus Miraculous Duo GX, I don't think we're all gonna use it, but maybe. If this Pokemon has at least one extra energy attached to it, heal all damage from all of your Pokemon. So nice heal, almost Tapu Lele like healing. But the most important thing is the perfection ability, and it's just gonna go to so many decks, especially if you will see like psychic or getting good, or fighting type being good. This is gonna be a great counter to those decks. Or if you're facing a deck that has that you have a weakness to, for, and bam, you have a Mewtwo, right? And Mew, great idea. 270 HP works pretty well. Right, the next card is Espeon and Deoxys, and again, nice art. I love the art, right? I love the background. I like the fact that we are coming back to those like old style of arts, when you have, like, they are popping out, right? Like, they are that they're in your face, and I like that, because GX and Tag Team, they should be in your face, just like they were in X and Y, not X and Y, but EX era, right? So we got a Psychic Club. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your Psychic bench Pokemon. I mean, it's quite okay, it can deal up to 160 damage. Again, we're losing DCE, so I'm not that sure about that attack. And Cross Division GX put 10 damage counter, so this is basically Espeon GX GX attack. Plus, we got additional ability there, at least 3 extra energy attached to it, put 20 damage counters. So for the GX, it might see some play, but that is going to be it for, honestly, that's what I think. Next one is an amazing looking Umbreon and a Darkrai. I mean, this looks just gorgeous, this looks beautiful. And let's look at the card itself. It's 270 HP, so it's a nice amount of HP. We got a Black Lance. This attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon, or GX or EX, and 150 damage. So, I mean, this is not a bad attack. I mean, I will try it in my Zoro Ninja, but I think it's gonna be really good in, like, Weevil GX type of deck. And Dark Moon GX, your opponent can't play any trainer cards from their hand during their next turn, so it might see some play in Mimikyu and Gengar, right? And this Pokemon has at least 5 extra Dark type energy attached to it. Your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out, so it's almost an instant KO, but you need that 5 energy. And again, we're gonna be able to switch energy a lot, so I think it might find its way into Zoro Ninja. Who knows? I think it might be like a tech card just for that GX. Maybe an Incineroar deck. We're gonna have to wait and see. I mean, I will try it on the channel, right? We'll try to build those decks, but I'm still skeptical about it, like a little bit. Because it's really hard now to get all of that energy, and you have to switch it again. You got a Weevil GX, I know, but we'll see if it's gonna work better than current Zoro Ninja, right? Next card, are you ready? It is a Mega Evolution, because it is a Mega Sableye and Tyranitar. Speaking of having a lot of energy to attack, right? So 280 HP. And it needs 4 normal, 4 dark type energy and 1 colorless for Greedy Crush. 210. If your opponent's Pokemon GX or EX is knocked out, take 1 more prize card. So it is kind of like Guzzlord. I mean, it makes sense there, but again, you can see that you'll have to work with a deck that has a ton of energy there. And again, Zoro Ninja is the first deck that comes to my mind. We got a Gigafall, again, same amount of energy, 250 damage, and this Pokemon has at least 5 extra energies. discard the top 15 cards of your opponent's deck. Is it going to be in the mill deck? I honestly don't think so, that we might see this as a mill deck, to be quite honest with you. But maybe, maybe it's going to find its way to Shedinja. Why not? I mean, it works, right? The art is beautiful, by the way. I don't know if you can see that and tell that, but oh my goodness, the art, it's beautiful. And you can see, the face of the Sableye there in its crystal. So let's go to a card that I'm the least excited about. Just because the art is, I think, the worst one out of, again, it's like picking your favorite child, they're all great, but this one is like, the art is not that good, and this is Garchomp Giratina. It's not as good for me as the others. It's like a simple art, not a lot of happening in the background. I know they're in the air, they're like flying, but not a lot of stuff happening. 270 HP, linear attack, 40 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. This is a great attack, and I mean, you can start attacking turn 1. Really cool. Then we have Calamitous Slash. It's 160 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, 80 more damage. So it will kind of work maybe with Weezing deck. I mean, I can see that. And then we have a GG and GX, which is discard one of your opponent's Pokemon and all cards attached to it. This is quite cool. Honestly, if we see a Pokemon that has a ton of energy on it, I mean, you can actually slow down your opponent or basically destroy their whole game plan with the GG end. And you can say GG, right, at that time. But if you have at least 3 extra fighting type energies, well, then it's definitely a GG end, because you discard not 1 but 2 of your Pokemon's, of your opponent's Pokemons, instead of 1 with everything attached to them. So I mean, really good, good GX. But the art itself could have been a lot better. So those are all the GX, Tag Team GX actually, cards from the Unified Minds or August set, and that's kind of a review of them at the same time. So I'm not going to do like a full set review, maybe I will do. And I mean, they are really good looking. That's what you have to admit. They are looking freaking incredible. They are gorgeous, they're amazing. And let's be quite honest, it's kind of interesting where the format is going, right? A lot of energy on the dark types. We have, really, I don't want to say a solid water type attacker, but we got a attacker, right? Because water type is gonna miss a lot of attackers, let's be honest about that. Grass type, helping with evolution, so we might get into, for example, Meganium a lot faster than we would normally go. So yeah, I mean, those tag teams are really good, well thought. I'm gonna admit they are well thought, and I think they're a lot better than the ones that we received already. Besides like Zoro Ninja, Reshizard, maybe Pikarom, Evilax, I would say yeah, sure. Like the ones that are seeing some play, because there are tag teams that are just bad, and they are maybe not seeing some play yet, because maybe they're waiting for rotation to shine and to show that they are really good. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more news, more stuff in the Pokemon TCG and Pokemon world itself, and more decks, because decks are pretty cool from Monday to Friday. We're on the road to 250 subs, and after that we're gonna have a nice giveaway. So yeah, you don't want to miss that giveaway, right? Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Also, down there below you have a 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Oak for your PTCGO, and don't forget to check me out live on Twitch. It's Raven called a Sonechku, right there, just it appeared. So thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and good night. Raven loves you. Bye.